It's so hard to capture that.
I'm just gonna drive.
The drive to Grant Grove and Kings Canyon National Park takes us from the flat agricultural heart of California's Central Valley into the rugged beauty of the Sierra Nevada foothills. The vast orchards and vineyards in the valley gradually give way to rolling golden hills dotted with oak trees. Climbing higher on Highway 180, the landscape shifts dramatically, with winding roads leading through dense pine forests and offering sweeping views of deep valleys and distant mountain peaks. By the time we reach Grant Grove, we're surrounded by towering sequoias and cool mountain air, a striking contrast to the warm valley below. Kings Canyon National Park is adjacent to Sequoia National Park. It's known for its huge sequoia trees, notably the gigantic General Grant tree in Grant Grove. We stayed at the Azalea Campground. The campground is a year-round campground nestled among towering evergreens, offering stunning views and easy access to Grant Grove. With spacious sites, basic amenities, and a first-come, first-served system in the off-season, it's a great base for exploring the park's giant sequoias and rugged wilderness. Our first stop is at the Grant Village Visitor Center, where we get our little passport stamp for visiting Kings Canyon, and only a few-minute drive from the campground. This is a cute little village. It's got some nice amenities. There's a gift shop. There's also a decent little restaurant here with a nice outdoor seating. And it was very convenient to have a post office nearby as well. And there's a little marketplace that we visited a couple of times. They have quite a bit of supplies there. This whole area was decimated by a fire back in 1955. I think mostly due to the fact that decades before that it had been logged and they left all the debris on the ground, and that provided perfect fuel for a wildfire. Kings Canyon National Park is adjacent to Sequoia National Park. It's known for its huge sequoia trees, notably the gigantic General Grant tree in Grant Grove. The General Sherman is the largest tree in the world and is located in Sequoia National Park. The second biggest tree in the world, the General Grant, is located in the neighboring Kings Canyon National Park. Knapp's Cabin is a historic one-room cabin and was built in 1925 by a wealthy businessman for storing his camping and fishing equipment. Added to the National Registry of Historic Places in 1978, the National Park Service took over maintenance of the cabin in the 1950s. second little hike of the day.
Oh, very little.
The hikes here, yeah, they're like a quarter of a mile. This one is to a lookout point that will, I think we get a good view of the valley from up here.
The ride was intense.
Oh yeah, the ride was beautiful.
It was kind of fun though.
Yeah.
Very narrow two-way road.
Yeah, we went all the way down to the bottom of the valley to the end of road. I think that's the point where the road just kind of loops back on itself. So these sequoias, they grow pretty quickly. Went from a seedling, and in their first 100 years or so, they grow straight up. And then they start putting on bulk. And over the course of thousands of years, they get very large. But they can actually add enough bulk in 1 year to build a six-room house.
Yeah, amazing.
So I guess that's why they were
Each
harvested so heavily back in the 1800s. Is to, you cut down one tree and you've got a lot of material.
Right?
They're beautiful. I'm glad we're conserving them now.
This is a dead one you can walk through. So cool.
Right.
Walking through a tree the long way, so weird.
Any details on this tree? When did it fall? Why did it fall? And did it make a noise when it fell?
So hard to capture that.
Yeah,
in
it's just
photo or video.
Yeah, I mean they're just so massive that from a distance they don't look as big as they do, but when you get up close to them you can't capture it with the camera.
I'm sure you can't. But I just want to get underneath them and take a picture up. But they kind of frown upon you going off the path.
Yeah, they don't want you.
I'm not going to break
They don't
the
want you to
rules.
walk around the trees because it damages their
Of course.
ecosystem
The
somehow.
root systems are not, they're surprisingly shallow.
Yeah, they don't have deep
I
roots.
think it's like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Compared to the height and width of those trees, 10 feet is not very
It's not
big.
a lot.
But it's just impossible to photograph.
And like they said, like 4 million people a year come to this park.
Yeah.
And if you allowed 4 million people to walk around the base of the trees, you can imagine just how much wear and tear they'd get.
It would kill me to buy a photograph because we're constantly photographing and videoing.
Yeah.
But it's the only way to actually get a proper photo of these massive, beautiful,
Well, we'll see what we got.
amazing trees.
We'll see what we got.
Yeah.
These holes in this granite rock were done by the natives who used to live here. They used to grind acorn and make a flour out of the acorns. That is so cool. Today's our last day in Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Park. It's a park that's kind of far for us to get to.
It was far for everyone to get to. Even if
But,
you fly in, you've got like a 3-hour ride from an airport.
But well worth seeing. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on. Right now we're in Crescent Meadow.
And along with the mosquitoes.
Well, they're like gnats, right?
No, I've just
You
heard
saw,
mosquito.
yeah. Oh, shucks.
But it is dusk. I mean, the sun's going down.
I was hoping to see wildlife.
We're going to wrap it up. We're going to hit the road tomorrow, and we're heading further south and then north again. We're heading towards
Death Valley.
towards Death Valley or towards...
Sorry, I heard something. This is beer country, you know.
Las Vegas, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Heading towards Las Vegas for 2 nights.
It's our last state in the lower 48.
Nevada. Yeah.
Nevada. Yeah, should be great. Well.
Yeah. Sequoia National Park, beautiful.
Yeah, it was a
Very
beautiful day. It was a great day.
Yeah. The weather's been perfect. Now that we're going to be heading further south and towards the flatlands, it's going to get a lot warmer.
Yeah, but it's end of August, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping the weather breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it'll start cooling off a little.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had a whole lot of hot weather since we've been on the road. It's
so
been great.
lucky. It's been great. What a nice summer. No humidity,
Yeah.
not hot to speak of.
Yeah.
We saw the 80s.
Yeah, a couple of days maybe. But
Being
beautiful.
in Washington and Oregon and California,
yeah, it's all been
the weather's
cool
been
weather.
great. Well, let's wrap up this day.
So, have you been to Sequoia National Park or to Kings Canyon National Park? If so, leave us a comment below.